My name is Sam, and I am a medical assistant. I'm in the environmental class that in online, and I live in Spokane, Washington. And the topic I'm kind of talking about today is medical waste in the medical field, obviously, and what I personally have seen, and what I think that changes could happen potentially when helping with the environment. So there is two kinds of waste. The first one is infectious waste and non-infectious waste. And infectious waste generally means like needles, stuff that comes from like body fluids that comes from your body. Most of that goes to be thrown away and burned, or we have a way of cleaning it. And when like reusable tools, we clean it by using extremely hot, water, sterile water, or we use some kind of chemical to clean it. The water itself is not bad to the environment, but it does use electricity. And the chemicals obviously could potentially have a negative impact on the environment because it could potentially, depending on how it's vented, could go into the atmosphere and then leak in, if it's enough, it have a chemical reaction in the ozone and whatnot. And then what we also have is the rest of it is non-infectious medical waste. So that might include, like for instance, this brace here that I have. They often come in a box or wrapped in plastic, and there's a lot of boxes in plastic that things are shipped to us, and that's how they're stored. Most of those, to my knowledge, do not get recycled. They're just thrown in the trash and then just thrown away. Or you might find with a patient, you might get a printout and then you might write stuff down on it, and then it gets thrown into the shred bin at work. Or if it's just regular paper that has no identifying information on it, it's simply thrown in the trash as well. And some impact on that is, if it's just thrown away, other animals might get into the trash somehow or into a landfill, or it might end up in the ocean and animals might ingest it that way. Also, when we use paper like that, we kill off trees and we use up other resources that we have a hard time finding, that then trickle down to patients. In about 85% of non-infectious waste generally is non-infectious, and it generally doesn't get recycled. I think a great idea would be to place recycling bins for those who live in the city. And so there's quite a few cool ideas that might come with that. I know that there are papers on the beds that we change out, and it often gets thrown into the bin, and generally that is not infectious because it usually just touches skin or clothes. And so maybe throw that in the recycling bin, and if it's paper, throw it in a shred bin if it needs to be, but then recycle it and change it back, pulp it down, and then recycle it into paper again would be a great idea if the people who come and pick it up were to do that. So that is my little presentation about how we do that. But if you have any more questions, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.